Welcome to the Printess Academy. My name is Axel, and in this video I will talk about the translation table. Therefore, I will log into my account first of all to show you what I'm talking about. Here at the left-hand side you find the tab Translations. The two main use cases to touch that translation table here is number one, you would like to replace an existing wording in the buyer side user interface. So if you're not happy with a message shown to the buyer or text content of a button, you can change it here. Use case number two, you are running your shop in different languages. In this case, not just the buyer user interface should change automatically based on the browser language of each particular user, but you would also have the text content changed automatically of your designs, of your layout snippets, sticker snippets, and templates. And to make that work, you can use the translation table. This is how the translation table looks like of a new fresh account. Nothing much to see, even though all the translations are working at the buyer side user interface because they come from a global translation table from Printess. So you really don't have to care normally about those things. Before we go ahead, let me show you how it looks at the Printess account. Therefore, I will stop a second that video to log into that account. Okay, now this is how the Printess translation table looks like. We always do have a namespace, in this case UI, and here you will find all the translations for all messages and buttons and things you will find at the buyer side user interface. And if we now would like to replace, for example, on our account, the term add to basket, we have to find it here in that UI namespace section. But for other translations, you may not sure where to find. And this is why you always got the option to download the translation, to open it in an application which will not destroy the code structure. I switched to Visual Studio, for example, because here I've got the advantage that I can search for add to basket, right? It's written on that button. And here I find the key, the right key, and the current translation. And I will just copy that to now go back to my account to replace add to basket by something else. Back at my account now, I will add the namespace UI to paste in the key button basket. And it is showing me an error here because we do miss a comma here, and this one is not needed. Okay. That's really it. So anytime you now would like to change information from the user interface, you can add rows here underneath under the same namespace UI. But please never ever use these Printess namespaces to define your own translations. You would have to create your own namespaces, but this is something I will show you later. For now we are fine, we copied it in, and I will now change it to, I don't know, into basket, let's say. I will save it, and if I now go to a template here to switch to the buyer side, it says into basket instead of add to the basket. It's that easy really to override what we have predefined. And this could be done for any language, but the space name and the key is in English, so you always have to search in the English version first to do your changes in English, because then you got the big advantage that we do have a button here, translate English to other languages. And if I would have now German, French, Italian, so on and so forth edited here, which we may do for a second. So let's say I would like to have Italian as well, and I add German, and let's say French. Okie doke, they all look the same, they just have that default option so far here. Save these additional languages first, and if I now say translate the English content to any other language, it's just one mouse click, and now it is already translated into the languages available here. But how does it work with my own text content? First of all, let's go back to English, and here I will now add a new namespace to call it TX, for example, for my own text content. And now I need some keys to be added. And therefore I have prepared some stickers. Let's switch to that template here. This is a sticker library, and I would like to have a translation for all these stickers available. Let's start with number 1 here. We have a text frame here on pass, which is that one, and this is not translated yet. Okay, I will copy that here. To go to my account to define a new key here, I will call it somebody to say somebody loves you, because the English translation should not change, right? Let's go back to the sticker again. Happy Easter should be translated as well. Okay, this is normally nothing I would really have to copy here. Okay, I need a comma for the next entry. Happy Easter should be in English. Happy Easter. Okay, easy. All I have to do right here is to select that text frame again. Where had we been? Here, that one. To, of course, replace the static text information by the so-called embedded expression. You may be familiar with it, may not. So I would just write in here $, these special brackets here. And now I use GL and the value, which is starting with a namespace, TX dot, and now the key, which was somebody, if I remember right. And we have to put it into quotes. And now somebody loves you hasn't changed, just that it will be translated in any language. And now I can copy that for Happy Easter as well. I just have to say Happy Easter. And as you can see, it's now getting the content straight away. I only had to change when I did the setup. I did it wrong. I just copied Happy Easter here in as a key, and that is not supported. I turned it into lowercase without a space. This is why it's written here that way, and so it works. Okay, I will stop that video here for a moment because I have to do it for all the other stickers as well, and as soon as that setup is done, I will be back. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, now I have added all these embedded expressions here for each single text line of all these stickers, and I define a tag for all these stickers. They got all the same tag language stickers, and I will publish them now. And I have added all these keys to my translation table, and I will save it. And now I will translate based on the English version to any other language available. Save it. And now I've got it in French, in Italian, and in German as well. And now I can still change the wordings here in the different languages if I'm not really happy with the translation. But it's a good base to save a lot of work. So we will now go to an empty template to add our sticker library, language stickers, to go to the buyer side for testing. My system is in English, so nothing much has changed, but if I save it, let's say language test, I can ask for a test link. And in that test link dialog, I can now set a language. So if I go for FR, for example, for French, to generate a test link, I've got the previews in French, and of course the stickers themselves are in French. And as you can imagine, the same would now work if I set it to Italian. And this is how you can work with translation within Printess. That's it for now. Thank you for watching and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.